We move on to Blaxhall pits 1 week later for the opening blows of the 1992 British 125 and 250 championships. A good crowd gathers at Blaxhall for the first confrontation in a 6-round series. With several of the UK's big guns restricting themselves to the Open Championship, this entry has a more youthful flavour. Suzuki's Jason Rennie, number 35, narrowly beats number 3, Team Green Kawasaki star Paul MALIN in the long haul to the first turn of the opening 250 leg. In altogether heavier conditions than those at Canada Heights, this sandy circuit is a rough, raw and rugged test of the country's top 125 and 250 pilots. Pup MALIN quickly swoops past into the lead, but already the latest recruit to the 250 GP ranks is being challenged by reigning champion and pre-race favourite Rob Herring. Craig Prattley, Mark Eastwood, Matt Bates, Paul Cooper, Brian Wheeler and Jamie Dobb are in the pursuing pack, while the star of early season nationals, number 19, new Castrol Honda recruit Matt Gordon, presses on from a poor start, chasing Kawasaki pair Greg Hansen and Justin Morris. At the sharp end of some hectic action, MALIN bravely holds back a typically all-out Herring assault. Robbie is always impatient to hit the front. Not for him, the calculated waiting game. He simply attacks at every conceivable opportunity. Mark Eastwood is next up, with Mitsui Yamaha's young South African Paul Cooper also in the thick of it, ahead of Jamie Dobb's Kawasaki. Soon, Herring's pressure tells, and he roosts into a convincing lead ahead of MALIN. Paul's fellow X500 GP playmate, Mark Eastwood, clings on to 4th place from Cooper and stylish 250 GP regular Jamie Dobb, who obviously is recovering from the wrist injury he sustained earlier this year. For Herring, this is very familiar territory aboard the HRC-kitted Castrol Honda. But for MALIN, it is time to prove his worth on a 250 after 2 spectacularly successful years on the 500 GP trail. And for Jamie Dobb, another 20-year-old GP veteran, a move to Kawasaki in 1992 constitutes his 3rd change of machinery in as many years. Jamie is a previous holder of both these British Championship titles, having won the 125 series for Honda in 1989, the year Herring won his first 250 title on a Suzuki. The pair traded places in 1990, Herring's Heron Suzuki winning the 125 crown, while Dobb's Honda scooped the 250. Open class heavyweight and 500 GP contender Brian Wheeler is a good 5th on his KTM, but Craig Prattley's Castrol Honda, Matt Bates' Mitsui Yamaha and former 125 champion Greg Hansen's Kawasaki are all in imminent danger from mercurial Midlander Matt Gordon. Last year, Rob Herring transferred his allegiance to Honda Britain as Jamie Dobb departed for an injury-stricken season with Mitsui Yamaha, and the rampant Robbie ruled the roost to become only the 2nd man ever to win both 125 and 250 British motocross crowns in one season. The last one, a local Suffolk man, Jonathan Wright, on a Kawasaki exactly 10 years earlier. Today, the Kawasaki's are brave but beaten. Derbyshire neighbours MALIN and Dobb securing 2nd and 4th places, with Brian Wheeler staving off Matt Gordon's late charge into 6th. First blood and 20 points to Rob Herring. 2nd and 3rd places to former 500 GP specialists Paul MALIN and Mark Eastwood. Could either MALIN or Eastwood beat Herring 2nd time out? The answer was always going to be no, as Herring grabbed an early lead. But they did trade places in the process. Eastwood headed the pursuing pack across the whoops as MALIN fought through to 3rd and Jamie Dobb ducked and weaved downfield, exhorted to greater efforts by his brother Julian. Acclaimed worldwide for his amazing charges through the field, Herring knows his least heralded rides come off good starts, but I'm sure Robbie would always prefer to have it this way. Here he completes an unchallenged victory jaunt, while Eastwood skips his way to 2nd place across the whoops and joint 2nd overall with the ultimate stylist Paul MALIN. The 125s came out next, headed by Castrol Honda's GP starlets Craig Prattley, number 18, and Flash Gordon. Other main men in form included number 16, Mitsui Yamaha's 1992 signing, Paul Cooper, the teenager who came over from South Africa to prove his potential and scored some promising British Championship points on a Husqvarna during the first half of 1991. Now, with backing from Mitsui and Pro Racing, Paul has a real chance to show his mettle on a Yamaha. Also in the fray will be the schoolboy Suzuki snapped up, number 59, Kelly Swanson. And it is Swanson who rears up alongside reigning champion Rob Herring and steals an early third place behind number 20, Welsh whiz kid Neil Prince on a Honda, and Matt Gordon. Poor Herring crashes on the first lap with teammate Prattley, picks himself up and storms at stupendous speed back through the pack. Herring is once more having to do what he does best, work hard and ride fast. Paul MALIN is also showing good form on the 125 Kawasaki, but it is Flash Gordon who is running away at the front from Kelly Swanson. Swanson unexpectedly lost his Kawasaki ride at the end of 1991, so he has a lot to prove. But amazingly, Herring has already caught Neil Prince, and as Gordon gets snarled up in traffic, rampaging Rob senses the possibility of achieving the impossible. Already, he has passed Prince and after Swanson. 22-year-old Flash Gordon is riding with the poise and power which won him the season's early nationals at Cadwell Park and down in Devon, where he lifted the coveted Patchquick Trophy in late February. Yet even on this kind of form, Gordon is hard pushed to beat Herring's phenomenal charge. Another lap and the result might have been different. Kelly Swanson, the sizzling ex-school kid who found himself without a deal this year until Suzuki stepped in, justifies their faith with a fine third. Neil Prince, already 2 years on the 125 Grand Prix trail, sticks at it in fourth ahead of Yamaha's Paul Cooper. The spoils then go to Matt Gordon, the likeable long-haired joker from the West Midlands. Second to the truly astonishing Rob Herring, proving once more why he is such a popular performer both at home and abroad. And third to Kelly Swanson, definitely a boy to watch in the future. In fact, the future seems suddenly to have arrived. But despite Paul MALIN's long, sweeping hole shot on the Kawasaki, it is, yes, Kelly Swanson who storms to the front on the first lap. Herring, however, is already a menacing third, having cut past MALIN. But Matt Gordon is buried downfield. The question now is, can Flash repeat his teammate's remarkable first race recovery? The answer, in all fairness, is probably not. Herring, again attacking Swanson as if each turn is their last, quickly takes command of the race. Swanson stays impressively clear of MALIN in third, and Paul can do nothing about it. Number 62, another ex-schoolboy star, Liverpudlian Danny Tollett on a Honda, is also featuring forcefully in front of Paul Cooper's Yamaha. Both will, however, succumb to Matt Gordon's gallant advance into fourth place, as at the front, Herring maintains the gap on Kelly Swanson and Paul MALIN.